like I was saying, when you do that, it does give you an edge. For example, we seen TSM had already dumped and started dumping, but Nvidia hadn't started dumping yet. So basically, what you can gather from that is obviously TSM was leading on the dump and Nvidia was lagging on the dump. So you see maybe SOX running up and AMD and TSM dumping, but Nvidia hadn't dumped yet. You feel me? Like, that's an edge. You can go ahead and maybe assume that Nvidia is going to dump too and fade based off of AMD and TSM dumping. And there's the cues again on the 3 minute. Look, see that wick? Yeah, I mean, just decent fade action right there. Look, they're selling into everything as it tries to bounce. You're seeing these wicks on top. That means it tried to bounce up, but they sold into it. SPY, same thing. Now, there's Apple. Look, just a major downtrend. Look, Nvidia still kind of lagging behind a little bit. That's the 5 minute. Look at TSM. That thing dumped. They're selling into it, as you can see from the wick. And there it is on the 15 minute. Kind of see me scrolling out to see potentially how far we can dump and if there's any levels going back a few days. And that's why you see me kind of scroll out. I put a level there because there was a level there here and from a few days ago, but we just cracked through that. So putting these levels in kind of on the fly. And there's AMD, decent fade, got the VWAP and tried to bounce. Look at the S&P 500. That's a decent fade. And again, it's that 10 minutes to terror. Like, at this point, there's 2 minutes left in the trading period. So, I mean, whatever, look at the cues. And as you can see, look, from earlier in the trading period, we chopped around this level right here. I'm sure if I were to scroll over, there'd be more price action and consolidation, either support or resistance around this level. And that's why we came down here and tried to stop the hemorrhaging. But I mean, that 10 minutes, bro, I believe that could be a strategy in itself right there. Just stay in the markets, watch the price action all day. And from that, you should be able to determine whether we're going to dump or rip going into the close. I'll try it out first. I'll back test it. Look, S&P 500. I'm sorry, the SPY. I mean, at this point, there's only 1 minute left in the trading period. Look at Apple. Came down and actually cracked VWAP. All right, there. That's the S&P 500. Cracked VWAP. Even Meta caught a piece of that fade. And Meta's been super bullish. But again, when the whole market's fading like that, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't really matter how bullish one particular stock is. If the entire market's fading, like, it's going to catch a piece of that fade. And again, this is a market close right here. So what I'm doing is just looking at the different charts. I'm seeing, basically what that 10 minutes looked like. And there's Apple. Look at that thing. Now, Nvidia did catch a piece of the fade, but didn't fade as much as like AMD or TSM. But it did fade from off the top. Look at TSM, bro. That thing faded decent.